Fridge is completely off, so it's not generating, it's got no electricity going through right this moment in time. So now we have nothing on at all, but there's still 112 watts. No lights. Hold on, the TV's on standby, so I'll just go and change that. Which obviously, so it's off now. Still 81 watts. So there's absolutely nothing on but this energy meter in the house, and it's 81 watts of energy. And it's going to hold there, and this is something that happens all the time. I can't explain it. It's like there's too much current coming through when I use appliances. I mean, I know this is a lot of information, but I've been seeing this for years and feeling it for years before I had these monitors and before whatever. And like I say, I did witness a crime with criminals amending the electric cables outside of my house once, to which I've got no idea, but it was in an area where it was totally in decline and did have all the heroin trade and stuff. People were all junkies and things, so it worries us, you know. And my burglars were heroin addicts, and they did something to my freezer when they did it, because they left the DNA. They weren't like of sound mind, they left the DNA all over my pop bottles, and they were caught up the police, and they told us that they were. So there's 82 watts, it hasn't changed, and there's nothing in my house. And now I'm getting a bit of a headache. I can feel a field to my eyes as well. So I'm going to open the door just to see. It's just making a complete liar out of us, isn't it? You get in, Rex. There you see it's changed 1 watt, 82. That was the front door. Now it's 81. As I'm moving across the house, this changes. So I know it's now dropping. It's like there's a field, and as you're up now, I can feel it on my back. It's just a field, just a magnetic field, I think. I tend to open all of the, I can feel the field. I open the windows, the doors. Like I say, now I'm getting a little bit active. When I was down at the back of the fridge there and I stood up, I got dizzy, so my Meniere's was brought on, which is pressure to one side of my head. And this happens all the time. So see, I'm cleaning and I want to gut everything out, and I use chemicals or whatever, it kind of blows back in my face and I can feel it in my eyes. Obviously it's not a massive amount, so I just like come out of it and, you know. Right, so that's the fridge freezer off. But we know what the measurement of the fridge freezer is when it's off and generating. So I'm going to put it back on now, because obviously I don't want... So basically, and I've just felt it there on my hand again, that field. I'll just show you the opposite of like the surroundings of where I live. These are old houses, but mine's a new built one on the opposite side. Now another thing I've noticed is when my neighbours come into the street or they're using their electricity, it all behaves differently, which is bizarre. And I've also had my housing association see that 30 watts at the door, and they've came out and seen. They just really don't know what to do and what to say. Right, so my fridge is back on. I've come upstairs and now I'll do where my little boy, and I've done no housework today, so I'll do it after I've done these. I just don't want him seeing us do all this, because he might get worried about the electromagnetic field. But to be honest, I'm so conscious when he's on, obviously his Xbox as he would, he's 10, that this field is going to be like while he's using his electricity. I'm just like obviously worried. So I'll put on his socket. This would just be the normal while he's not at school. While he is at school, sorry. Confused. And now I'll put, so the Xbox would, I'll put the Xbox on. I'll put it with his television, because, you know, he could use it too. This will just take forever. So if he's, obviously that's his alarm clock. And like I say, this is happening cyclically. This is, the fridge is generating all night. I wake up when this feels on. So I'm going to go and get a reading. Everything's just done there. And obviously sits there. So I'll go and see what this measures. So then I can see it up and down, and every time appliances are used, you see. That's 200 and around about 238 watts with them all on, and the fridge is on too, and nothing down here is on, no television or anything, so we can calculate the difference between them. So that would be like our energy being used as a family, because it's only me and my son and my dog, which uses no energy, do you, Rex? So I'll switch his things off, because that would just be standard after school time and whatever. But like I say, my energy isn't certain times of the day, it's just primary and secondary. Oh, and I bet my bedroom's a tip. I have not done housework today yet. Right, hold on. Right, this is a big sauce. I'd forgot to turn them off before, but like I say, that shouldn't be using any energy. This is where I feel I have a big field as well. Sound. I'll put, obviously this shouldn't again. We'll do this, the iPod docking station. Now if you notice one side seems to be where this meter is. Now I know an electromagnetic field, it seems to be coming down at one side. But like I say, I live in a bungalows, there's no power lines near. The furthest one is along where them bushes are, where I walk the dog. So ordinarily we shouldn't have dirty electric or electromagnetic fields. And which is why I'm telling National Grid for help to see what I should do. I'll go down and get the reading, because that's... But basically I don't have a television in my bedroom because I don't sleep very well. But like I say, the times that I don't sleep very well, I go downstairs to get a drink or whatever, and that fridge is just generating non-stop. Like I say, and I'm not opening anything. It shouldn't really be. It's just bizarre. So the only appliance I have is my hairdryer, which looks like it's normal. It's not exceeding. The hairdryer doesn't look like it's exceeding from getting it. The things that always are exceeding is the microwave and the fridge freezer. I go through so many. And after this, actually, I'm going to get rid of the microwave, because if that's radiation, I don't even want an attraction. Like I'm just going to do without the radiation, without the microwave. So basically, that would just be the only usage would be my iPod and my hairdryer. So I'll go down and get a reading. But like I say, I'm not concerned over the hairdryer. That doesn't seem to have been exceeding since I've gotten that. So now it's just my room. Oh God, I've got dirty Russian everywhere. I just want to do it, like I say, before my child gets in from his dad's. And the reading there is only 86 watts. But I haven't got a blasting. Actually, I should have put it on, shouldn't I? I'll go and put it on. I know they don't really use that much energy, do they? So time consuming doing things like this, but I just want somebody to understand and give us answers, you know, because this is, like I say, this has been and all Eon would say is it's the same usage as last year's, and yeah, and last year's was exactly the same. I just couldn't put it into, you know, I just couldn't put it into words what was happening. It's hard to explain, but now they've got the backup with everything that I bought. So I'll just put like a song on. Oh, what am I doing? And this is what happens in all of this. Distracted. Get easy. What's it doing? Sound platform. Like, I don't take any, I do take medication, sorry, I take a bit of histine for my Meniere's disease, and I take antidepressants for my depression, but that's it. And I eat so healthy, all clean foods and different things. I used to be a model and a credit controller for Sir Peter, so I know my calculations basically, and my energy. So that's the sound on. And I know my diet's very important and stuff, and honestly everything's just out of sync. So that's the music on. And like I say, I used to be a model and a credit controller for Sir Peter Vardy, so I know how to calculate. So that's not many, that doesn't use much, does it? 91 watts, that's none at all.